Listen, in today's dating world, it's not enough for a woman to just show up and look good. Attraction might spark interest, but building something meaningful that lasts requires much more. Too many men settle for relationships where they carry all the weight, financially, emotionally, and even socially, without realizing that a good woman is supposed to bring value too. The truth is, when you allow yourself to get caught up in appearances only, you can easily end up with someone who drains you instead of building with you. And if you've been there before, you already know how heavy that feels. A strong relationship is like a partnership. You bring your strengths, she brings hers, and together you move forward. That's the dynamic you need to demand in your dating life. The modern world has shifted. Women have more opportunities, more independence, and more choices than ever before. That means you also have the right to set your standards high. You deserve more than just someone who shows up for the good times. You need someone who's willing to contribute to your life in meaningful ways. This isn't about being harsh or unrealistic. It's about protecting your energy, your time, and your future. You've worked hard to build yourself into the man you are today. You've faced challenges, learned lessons, and gained wisdom along the way. Now, when you choose a woman, you have to make sure she isn't just there to enjoy the ride, but to fuel it. So in this video, we'll break down 7 key things your woman should bring to the table. Each one matters in the modern dating world, and if even one of them is missing, you'll feel the difference in your relationship. Pay attention, because these are the things that separate a short-term fling from a real partner who makes your life better. 1. Respect. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Without it, nothing else matters. A woman can say she loves you, but if she doesn't respect you, her actions will eventually show the truth. Respect means she values who you are as a man, not just what you can provide. It means she speaks to you in a way that uplifts rather than tears down. It means she trusts your judgment, supports your decisions, and doesn't belittle you in private or in public. Too many men put up with women who constantly challenge their authority in destructive ways, question their every move, or use sarcasm and criticism as weapons. That kind of dynamic will wear you down over time. Respect isn't about her agreeing with you on everything. It's about how she handles disagreement. A respectful woman can challenge your point of view without attacking your character. She can express herself without making you feel small. That difference is everything. Look closely at how she talks to you when she's upset. Anyone can be sweet when the relationship is smooth, but true respect shows up in the heat of conflict. Does she curse at you, insult you, or call you names? Or does she keep her composure and focus on the issue, not on tearing you down? A woman who respects you will protect your dignity, even in arguments. Respect also shows in how she talks about you when you're not around. A good woman will never make you the punchline of her jokes to her friends or family. She will defend your name, protect your image, and make sure others see you as the man you are. If she's gossiping about you, mocking you, or exposing your flaws to others, that's not respect. That's betrayal in disguise. Another piece of respect is how she values your time and effort. Does she appreciate the work you put into your life, your career, or your goals? Or does she take it for granted? A respectful woman recognizes your grind. She doesn't demand more than you can give, and she doesn't downplay your struggles. Instead, she encourages you, celebrates your wins, and stands by you when things get tough. As a man, you have to draw the line here. Respect is not optional. If she can't respect you, she can't love you in a healthy way. Don't let your desire for companionship blind you to signs of disrespect. Don't ignore the red flags when she cuts you down, mocks your dreams, or dismisses your feelings. That type of behavior doesn't get better over time. It only gets worse. Remember this: a woman who truly respects you will make you feel stronger, more confident, and more at peace in your relationship. She won't compete with you or try to control you. She'll walk beside you as your partner. That's the kind of energy you need in your life. 2. Support. Support is one of the biggest things a man needs from a woman in today's dating world. Life is not easy. You're dealing with responsibilities, stress, and the constant pressure to perform. A supportive woman doesn't add to your stress. She helps ease it. She's the one who believes in you when the world doubts you, the one who encourages you to push through obstacles instead of questioning if you're good enough. That kind of energy is priceless. Support isn't just about words, it's about actions. Anybody can say, "I believe in you," but does she actually show it? When you're grinding late nights, does she complain about your time being limited? Or does she motivate you and remind you why you're doing it? When you face setbacks, does she panic and blame you? Or does she stand firm and tell you she trusts you'll figure it out? These differences tell you what kind of partner you have. A supportive woman knows how to balance giving you space and stepping in when you need her. She understands that sometimes you need quiet focus, and other times you need encouragement. She doesn't make everything about her needs. She knows how to put her ego aside when you're chasing something important. That doesn't mean she sacrifices herself completely, but it means she has your back because she sees your vision. Think about this. Many men push themselves harder when they know their woman believes in them. Her faith becomes fuel. On the flip side, when a woman is constantly doubtful, dismissive, or unsupportive, it drags you down. It makes you question yourself. It kills momentum. That's why you must pay attention to how she responds when you talk about your dreams. If she laughs at your goals, mocks your ideas, or tells you to be realistic all the time, she's not supportive. She's holding you back. Support also shows up in the little things. Does she check in on how you're doing mentally? Does she make an effort to create peace around you when she knows you're under pressure? Does she celebrate your wins, even the small ones? A good woman makes sure you feel appreciated for the effort you put in, and that recognition pushes you further. And here's the truth. A supportive woman will still hold you accountable, but in a way that builds you, not breaks you. She'll challenge you when you're slipping, but she'll do it with care, not criticism. She'll remind you of your potential instead of nagging about your flaws. That's the kind of accountability that sharpens you. In the modern dating world, distractions and negativity are everywhere. The last thing you need is to come home to more of it. Your woman should be your safe place, the person who recharges you instead of draining you. If she can't support you emotionally, mentally, and in spirit, then you'll always feel like you're carrying the relationship alone. When you find a woman who supports you in this way, hold her close. She's not just adding to your life, she's multiplying your strength. 3. Loyalty. Loyalty is non-negotiable. If you don't have it, nothing else matters. A loyal woman is the one who sticks by you not only when things are good, but also when life gets rough. She's not with you because of what you can provide in the moment. She's with you because she believes in you, trusts you, and values the bond you share. Without loyalty, the relationship is built on sand. Loyalty shows up in many forms. The most obvious is sexual and romantic faithfulness. If she's entertaining other men, flirting behind your back, or keeping her options open, then she's not really committed to you. In today's dating world, where social media has made it easier for people to keep backup options, loyalty is more valuable than ever. A good woman will make it clear that her attention belongs to you, not to the hundreds of strangers sliding into her DMs. But loyalty is deeper than just staying faithful. It's about where her heart is when you're not around. Does she defend your name when someone speaks against you? Or does she stay quiet and allow others to disrespect you? A loyal woman won't tolerate negativity about her man. She'll protect your image because she understands that when people attack you, they're attacking both of you. Pay attention to how she behaves when temptation comes. Anyone can act loyal when there's nothing challenging them. The true test is when opportunity shows up. Does she flirt back with attention she gets from others, or does she shut it down immediately? A loyal woman has self-control. She doesn't put herself in situations that compromise her relationship, and she doesn't play games with your trust. Loyalty also means emotional loyalty. Some women may not physically cheat, but they still invest emotionally in other men. They share their secrets, frustrations, or private thoughts with male friends while leaving you in the dark. That's a red flag. A loyal woman keeps her emotional intimacy with you, not with outsiders. She doesn't create back doors for other men to slide into her life. Another angle of loyalty is patience. When you go through setbacks, financial struggles, career changes, or personal challenges, a loyal woman doesn't start looking for a way out. She doesn't panic and abandon you. Instead, she chooses to stand with you while you rebuild. That doesn't mean she ignores reality, but it means she values the man you are, not just the situation you're in. Men make the mistake of ignoring loyalty in the beginning because they're distracted by looks or excitement. But remember this, looks fade, energy changes, life throws challenges at you, but loyalty is the glue that keeps everything together. Without it, she will always have one foot out the door. When you have a loyal woman, you'll feel a sense of peace that can't be faked. You'll know she's truly yours, not just physically, but in mind and spirit. That loyalty allows you to focus on your mission in life without the constant fear of betrayal. That's the kind of stability every man needs. 4. Femininity. A powerful but often overlooked trait a woman should bring to the table is her femininity. This doesn't just mean wearing dresses or looking pretty. It's about the energy she carries, the softness she brings into your life, and the balance she creates with your masculine drive. When a woman embraces her femininity, she becomes a calming force, not a competing one. Modern dating has blurred some of these lines. Many women today are independent, driven, and career-focused, which is fine. But when she steps into a relationship, what matters is whether she can tap into her feminine side and bring harmony. A feminine woman understands that her presence should feel like peace. She doesn't bring constant conflict, tension, or competition into the home. Instead, she brings warmth, grace, and comfort. Femininity shows in how she communicates. A feminine woman doesn't bark orders at you, talk down to you, or treat you like one of her employees. She knows how to express herself with care and respect. Her voice, her tone, and her body language are nurturing. She knows that words can either build or destroy, and she chooses to build. It also shows in how she carries herself. She takes pride in her appearance, not because she's vain, but because she understands that attraction matters in a relationship. She maintains her health, her hygiene, and her style. She doesn't let herself go because she believes you should accept whatever version of her. A feminine woman values staying attractive to her man. Femininity is also emotional balance. The world beats you down as a man every single day. You deal with pressure, challenges, and competition. The last thing you need is to come home to more of that. A feminine woman knows how to create a safe space for you. She doesn't add unnecessary stress. She provides comfort. She can be playful when you need to laugh, gentle when you need peace, and affectionate when you need closeness. Here's another key part. Femininity inspires you. When a woman leans into her feminine energy, it naturally pulls out more of your masculine energy. She motivates you to lead, to protect, and to provide, not because she demands it, but because her energy awakens it in you. That's why a feminine woman makes you feel like a better man without ever having to push you. A lack of femininity, on the other hand, creates tension. If she constantly competes with you, acts harsh, or refuses to soften her approach, you'll feel drained instead of recharged. That's why so many men complain about relationships feeling like battles instead of partnerships. You don't need another opponent in your life. You need balance. At the end of the day, femininity is about her energy. It's how she makes you feel when you're around her. A feminine woman makes you want to come home, makes you feel at peace, and reminds you why having a partner is worth it. That's something every man should demand in today's dating world. 5. Peace. One of the most important things a woman should bring into a man's life is peace. You're already fighting battles out there, at work, in business, in the world. The last thing you need is to come home and step into another battlefield. A woman who brings peace gives you the mental clarity and emotional balance to keep moving forward in life. Without peace, even the strongest man will eventually burn out. Peace shows in how she handles everyday life. A peaceful woman doesn't create unnecessary drama. She doesn't turn small disagreements into massive arguments. She doesn't look for reasons to be upset just to get attention. Instead, she knows how to keep her emotions steady, how to communicate calmly, and how to work with you instead of against you. When a woman values peace, her presence feels like relief. You can relax around her without always feeling like you're walking on eggshells. She knows how to create a space where you can recharge. Sometimes that's as simple as her listening without judgment. Other times it's the way she supports your need for silence after a long day. A peaceful woman understands that your mind needs rest just as much as your body does. Peace also comes from her attitude toward life. Some women carry negativity everywhere they go. They're quick to complain, quick to criticize, and slow to appreciate. That type of energy drains a man. But a peaceful woman has gratitude. She knows how to focus on solutions instead of only pointing out problems. She sees challenges but doesn't let them consume the relationship. That positive mindset rubs off on you and makes your life lighter. Another part of peace is how she handles conflict with you. No relationship is perfect. You're going to disagree sometimes. But a woman who brings peace won't attack you when issues come up. She won't use disrespectful words, scream, or play manipulation games. She'll stay calm, express herself clearly, and work with you to solve the issue. That kind of maturity saves the relationship from unnecessary scars. Here's the truth. A peaceful woman is rare in today's dating world because a lot of people are addicted to chaos. They think arguing all the time is normal. They think toxic back and forths mean passion. But you know better. You know that real strength is being able to stay calm when things get tough, and you deserve a woman who knows that too. Pay close attention early on. If she's constantly in drama with her friends, always arguing with her family, or fighting with her exes, chances are she'll bring that same storm into your life. Don't ignore those warning signs. When you find a woman who brings peace, you'll notice it immediately. Being around her feels good. Your stress lowers, your energy rises, and you actually enjoy being in her presence. That's the kind of partner who makes life worth sharing. 6. Value. A strong relationship isn't just about what you give. It's about what she brings into your life as well. This is where value comes in. A woman who brings value doesn't just take from your resources, your energy, or your time. She contributes in ways that make your life better. Without value, you're in a one-sided relationship that slowly drains you. Value looks different in every relationship, but it always comes down to this. Does she make your life easier, smoother, or richer in some way? A valuable woman doesn't come into your life expecting to sit back while you carry everything. She looks for ways to add. Maybe that means she helps you stay organized. Maybe it means she's thoughtful in how she takes care of the home, or maybe it means she helps you network, strategize, or think through big decisions. Whatever the form, she contributes to the bigger picture. Another layer of value is emotional. Does she know how to lift your mood when you're down? Does she remind you of your strengths when you start doubting yourself? Emotional value means she gives more than just physical presence. She gives encouragement, understanding, and care that actually fuels your growth as a man. Practical value matters too. A valuable woman knows how to be resourceful. She's not reckless with money, careless with time, or wasteful with energy. She understands how to manage what comes into the relationship. If she's constantly draining your wallet, wasting time, or adding unnecessary stress, she's not adding value, she's taking it away. Look at her mindset as well. A woman who brings value is proactive. She doesn't wait around for everything to be handed to her. She's capable of handling responsibilities and shows initiative in her own life. That independence makes her stronger as a partner because she's not a burden. You can trust her to hold her own and contribute to the team. A lot of men ignore this and settle for women who only look good or only provide companionship. But here's the truth. Companionship without value becomes dead weight over time. If she's not adding to your journey, she's slowing you down. That doesn't mean she has to match you dollar for dollar or hustle the same way you do, but it does mean she should be intentional about how she contributes. Think of it this way. When you're with the right woman, life should get better. Your stress should feel lighter, your days should feel smoother, and your progress should move faster. That's what value does. On the other hand, if every time you think about her, you feel drained, frustrated, or held back, then you're paying too high a price for someone who isn't giving anything back. A valuable woman makes herself unforgettable, not just because of how she looks, but because of how she impacts your life. She becomes a partner you can't imagine living without. That's the difference between someone who's temporary and someone who truly deserves to stay. 7. Growth. The last thing your woman should bring to the table is growth. Relationships are not meant to stay still. You're evolving as a man. Your goals, mindset, and standards are changing over time. If the woman beside you isn't also committed to growth, the relationship will eventually feel stuck. Growth is what keeps things fresh, challenging, and worth building on. A woman who values growth works on herself constantly. She doesn't expect you to be the only one improving while she stays the same. She invests in her mental, emotional, and even spiritual development. She reads, learns, and exposes herself to new ideas. She looks at her weaknesses and works on them instead of making excuses. That kind of woman is rare, but when you find her, she pushes you to grow simply by example. Growth also means she's adaptable. Life is unpredictable. Things change, situations shift, and plans don't always go smoothly. A woman committed to growth doesn't crumble when life takes a turn. She adjusts, learns, and figures out how to make it work. That flexibility is powerful because it means you can rely on her no matter what comes your way. Think about how growth shows up in a relationship. If you're pursuing new goals, does she challenge you to aim higher, or does she complain that you're changing? A good woman doesn't fear your growth. She celebrates it and joins in. She's willing to leave behind old habits, toxic mindsets, or unproductive lifestyles so both of you can keep moving forward. Another part of growth is accountability. A woman who wants to grow won't just sit quietly if you're slipping. She'll push you to be better. Not in a nagging way, but in a way that makes you sharpen up. She'll remind you of your potential and won't let you settle for less. That kind of partnership makes you stronger because you know she's not just there for comfort. She's there to make sure you're always leveling up. Personal growth also impacts how she treats the relationship itself. A stagnant woman will repeat the same mistakes over and over, never learning from past arguments or bad habits. A woman committed to growth reflects on conflicts, adjusts her behavior, and works with you to improve the connection. That maturity prevents you from going in circles and allows the relationship to get stronger with time. Here's the truth. Beauty may attract you, but growth keeps you. If she's growing, you'll always see new sides of her. You'll always be inspired by her progress. And most importantly, you'll never feel like the relationship is holding you back. Instead, it will feel like it's propelling you forward. So ask yourself this: is she someone who challenges you to rise, or someone who wants to keep you at the same level forever? Because the difference between the two determines whether your relationship will thrive or collapse. A woman who brings growth makes sure both of you are always evolving, always improving, and always building something bigger than what you started with. At the end of the day, a relationship is only as strong as what both people bring to the table. As a man, you're expected to lead, provide, and protect. But you should never settle for a woman who doesn't bring her share of value. Respect, support, loyalty, femininity, peace, value, and growth. These are the 7 things that separate a temporary companion from a true partner. The right woman won't just stand beside you, she'll help you become more of the man you're meant to be. Choose wisely, and you'll experience a relationship that truly elevates your life.